Yes. Yes. We're back. We're back.
Like we never left.
You know, some say that you can take the obscure out of the baller, but not the baller out of the obscure. That made absolutely zero sense, but that's what we do here because this is Sports Voice After Dark.
With a radical, a sicko twist. All right. You know, we took the wonderful Svad. We took the immaculate sickoness of obscure ballers. It's the best of both worlds. Sports Voice After Dark. Your hosts from Obscure Ballers. Now running it back for not 1 quarter, not 2 quarters, 3 whole quarters of immaculate perfection. And for 3 quarters, we've got 3 guests here for our first episode. We got Vid, we got Ben, we got Pierson. So excited to get into a radical first episode.
But yeah, for those who don't know, Sports Voice After Dark is one of the flagship podcasts of WNUR Sports. We're taking over for Anna Watson and Mikey Capobianco. I'm Tomas and he's Svid.
Svid.
He said if you didn't know, we co-hosted Obscure Ballers this last fall. And yeah, you know, a big one probably would be you can take the baller out of the obscure, but not the obscure out of the baller. You know, that probably makes more because you're keeping the obscurity, right? But
I'm keeping the baller.
We're both. I think is what we really need to convey.
You guys need to put out a poll. Are you more obscure or are you more baller?
New BuzzFeed
But yeah, so we're very, very proud to be taking on the mantle of Svad for this upcoming year. And yeah, it's a podcast, so we'll be recording every other Wednesday night. And when we say night, we mean night.
Right.
It's after dark.
Come on.
But yeah, so we'll go ahead and jump right into our first episode, Radical. Because Svad is rad.
With no limits, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's no time limit. No more.
30 minutes. All right.
30 minutes.
I was checking my clock.
I was tell by why this is starting.
I was like, we're not going to get to the game.
It doesn't matter.
We could be here until...
This is how radicalization happens, folks.
Time is but an illusion.
Time is but an illusion to us.
But yeah, so we have some guests on, some old timers, some newcomers. So if you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves to our copious audience, go ahead, please.
How we doing? I guess I'll start. I will say, I was on the first ever episode of Obscure Ballers.
This is true.
Both times.
This is true.
Both when it was on Sportsthon and when it was actually a show.
Yeah.
And then to be here, the first episode of Svad, it feels like, I've been a part of the first journey every time. It's a special feeling, of course. But I'm doing pretty well. I will say, it is after dark. I did have a little bit of trouble getting here.
Unfortunate,
bit. I did get clipped on my bike by a car that was
some radical drivers.
Yeah, they were not paying much attention to me. But hopefully I can get a bag out of it. We'll see. But I won't go too many details. I can't be, giving up.
I know. We're in Discovery right now. We're in Discovery.
Yes.
Yeah.
But overall, though, very pumped to be on Svad. Very pumped to be back. It's my first kind of Sports Voice family show since Calvin and I's tenure. Although hopefully I will get on Ben and Brian's show very soon.
Wow, we're part of the family.
I'll stop.
We're like a weird uncle.
I'll stop you.
Hey, we have time.
I know. It's in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about maximizing some of you. I'll let you go, Ben.
Yeah, hi everyone. Name's Ben. As Pierson alluded to, I'm now one of the 2 hosts for Sports Voice for this next upcoming year. I'd never actually had the chance to be on Obscure Ballers. An insane tragedy.
Yeah, that is insane.
I mean,
we're back.
When it comes to obscure ball knowledge, truly, like an encyclopedia.
One of the all-time greats. One of the all-time greats.
You flattered me, but it's a way of making things work out, and so I'm here now.
Yeah. Redemption for a radical.
Redemption.
What's up, Svad Nation? That's right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little new to the W Anywhere Sports Party, but joined a little too late to get on Obscure Ballers. But
Newest
really
and greatest.
That's
member.
okay.
Already been on Sports Voice.
Yeah, really excited to hop on Svad, and I just can't wait for more great times to come. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think with that, now that we know a little bit about you guys, let's hear about your favorite Radicals of the Week. Now, this is a time-honored Obscure Ballers tradition, now with a Svad twist, per se. There's still the old points for obscurity, for niche sports or whatever, but it is now we'll also award points for I guess like a radical nature, I suppose, to this. I guess with it being a bi-weekly show, you have some leeway about what the word week means.
Everything is a week. It's
time is but an illusion.
Yeah.
To a
The speak.
I hope this better catch.
It's not a fortnight anymore.
It's a fortnight.
It's a speak. It's a speak. Fortnight's been taken by the game. It's a speak now.
Wow. Until dawn.
Chills. Yeah.
Until dawn.
So, I think I'll start. I guess, this is radical because, it is quite literally political radicalism. But I watched a film, what was it? It would have been like over the weekend. It's The Secret Agent.
I watched this over break.
Really? Yeah. But it was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. It's about these dissident, political dissidents in Brazil during the military dictatorship, and their efforts to kind of stay in hiding and evade this very secret police-esque mercenaries that are sent out to kill them and stuff. It's a thriller. It's fine. It's fine in the movie. But I have to shout out Santa Cruz. Is a third division team now. It is in the Brazilian third division. I shouted them out at Obscure Ballers, but the main story of it is that they're based out of Recife, which is the fourth largest city in Brazil. Historically the center of left-wing political activism in Brazil. So it was a refuge for these political dissidents to come out of Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. And basically, the team was started by this group of 11 church kids in this churchyard, so that's why it's called Santa Cruz. They built their stadium by the fans driving in bricks and construction materials. They built it on their own. It was a 60,000 capacity stadium. They played in the Brazilian top tier for the entirety of the 20th century. It's one of the largest teams in Brazil. But then it got relegated 3 times in a row. In the 2000s. And so it fell all the way back down to the Brazilian fourth tier. It got promoted all the way back up in the 2010s, and then it got relegated all the way back down. So I kind of started following it when it was in the Brazilian fourth tier 2023, I want to say is when I started. And they still draw fans. They'll have their stadium is now so run down that they have to limit the capacity 26,000, but they will pack all 26,000 for every game. It's more electric than I'd say any MLS atmosphere for a Brazilian fourth tier game, which is insane. And what's crazy is they were so bad last year that the way you qualify for the fourth division is that you have to place well in the Brazilian state championships. They didn't even do that. So 2 years ago they were playing just in the Brazilian state division with 20,000 fans showing up. They weren't even in a national division. But thankfully they've gotten some funding back. They got promoted last year. They're now in Serie C, but they were shouted. It was there was a line in the movie because most of it takes place in Recife where one of the guys says if Santa Cruz wins today, then I'll buy you guys all beer.
Santa Cruz.
Shout out Santa Cruz for my
Pernambucano.
Yeah.
Huh? Wonderful. Yeah. I can follow that one up. Some more footy. I'm sure you've heard this. This isn't all that obscure. But I am from Bosnia. Take me to America. I mean, just shout out Bosnia and Herzegovina. I mean, the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina is, not the largest country in the world, right? And they took on, giants Italy. I've never been.
Have you been?
I have indeed.
Wow. That's sick.
Man.
That's awesome.
I've been to Mostar.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is a city in the south. It's funny. I guess. Do I have permission?
Of course.
Of course.
Time is but an
Of course. Yeah. So a lot of people don't realize this. Bosnia on the map looks like a landlocked country. It actually is not.
There's a little bit of
because
beach.
when they were breaking up Yugoslavia, they were basically like, we can't not give them a little bit of sea. So basically, Croatia is actually split up into two distinct parts in the north and the south. And so it's kind of funny. I was in Croatia, started out in Dubrovnik, which is in the south. That's where Game of Thrones was filmed. If you're familiar with that show. I actually didn't watch Game of Thrones, but people told me that was cool. It was very cool.
Very popular coastal town, right?
It is a very nice town. But either way, the funny thing is we were driving up, and I think not on my current passport because I got a new one, unfortunately, since then. But in my old passport, which I think I still have at home, I have to have at least like 10 different Bosnia and Croatia stamps because the border's so small.
Like you're just passing back and forth.
Yeah. And it was like you drive like, I think it's like 10 miles maybe max of land width-wise. So it's like you're driving and then like within like 5 minutes you're back in Croatia and then if you want to go back the other way.
It's nuts.
But I went into Mostar. They have this really, really old bridge. And funny thing about that, I think I mentioned this on my iteration of Sports Voice. I doubt I mentioned it with y'all, but this one dude was walking up the bridge that I remember distinctly. Like there was this old lady who was like struggling to go up, and he went to try to help her, and then he tripped and then fell. Well, it's like a bridge that's like curved.
Oh,
no, that's a
so but it is a very beautiful bridge. In my home in Chicago. We do have like a little painting of Mostar. So I will say it was very striking to be in a town that was both very historic, very old, very beautiful, but also the remnants of the war is still there. A lot of buildings, with shells in them, with like huge parts missing. So I do really get the stories that we're hearing out of Bosnia right now. With like a lot of their footballers are. My family and this or that happened to them, and this is why it means so much.
It really wasn't that long
Shout
ago.
out Esmir Baraktarovic. You can tell it's right. I mean, sure.
But
it's amazing. It is amazing, and I'm very happy for them. Even the Italians are happy for them, despite being unhappy for themselves. But either way, that was my little interlude. I have been to Bosnia. It's a very nice place.
Shout out Bosnia and Herzegovina. It's a country. It's a federation that's split in two. But anyway, we won't get into too much of the geopolitics. But it's a country of just over 3.4 million, right? Like it's just not considered, a giant powerhouse the same way that 4-time World Cup champions Italy are, right? And, with the context of Italy obviously having missed the past 2 World Cups in 2018 and 2022, the pressure was on, right, for Gattuso's side, and they just didn't rise to the challenge. And of course, I know there was the red card and yada yada and whatever, It
was a good card.
Bastoni deserved the red card, but regardless, goes to penalties, and they were playing in Bosnia, in Senica. Not in Sarajevo, in Seneca. And it was just electric. Penalty shootout. Bosnia wins 4-1. It was 1-1 in regulation and then 4-1. Or 1-1 after extra time.
What is it? It was like the Bosnian ball boys saw that Donnarumma had the penalty instructions.
And he like took them.
At the same time, Donnarumma also ripped up Bosnia's goal.
This is true.
So it was fair game.
Yeah. But no, it was just so cool to see like the stadium and like the fans with the flags and like it's one of those stadiums where like you can see like the apartment buildings like right next to it, right? Like it really it's truly like embedded within the community. As Sid said, shout out Esmir Baraktarovic, the Milwaukee Messi, some say, born in Appleton, Wisconsin, 21 years old, a Chicago Fire legend, played for the youth team there for a little bit, and he did play for the United States at the youth level and even got a senior cap in 2024, but then now represents Bosnia and Herzegovina, has played 14 games for them.
I read it was like a feature that the Blazing Musket, it's like New England's SB Nation site did on it. It's like apparently his parents fled Bosnia as refugees in '92. Like Bosnian Muslims were like persecuted like heavily during like the Bosnian War. So it's super cool to see this is what the U.S. is here for, is like to welcome kind of like the tired and hungry. And it was super cool to see that, like a kid who grew up in this but still knows what it means for him to put on like that Bosnian shirt, and have an impact. And also, like, it's been super cool to see. I feel like, on social media we're always like joking about, oh, the Balkans, they all hate each other, like the Serbs hate the Croats and the Croats hate the Bosnians and blah blah blah. But actually, it's been like super cool to see like a bunch of young people on social media around the Balkan region have rallied around this team, which is super cool.
So he plays for PSV Eindhoven now. He's a starter there, pretty consistent starter. Realistically, he would be on the USMNT if he wished to.
Gosh.
He is a like bona fide baller. But of course, choosing to represent Bosnia, and I mean, what a dream for the 21-year-old, right? Like, just magical moment to score the penalty that sends your nation to the World Cup against Italy, of all teams. Which Italy, I mean, you get into a whole can of worms in there in terms of what is going on with Italian football, but that's not what this is about. It's really about Bosnia. And the thing is, their group in the World Cup, it's Switzerland, Canada, and Qatar. Like, that's
doable. That's doable.
That is a very
dubbed as the group of life.
And in this new World Cup, there's plenty of third place teams that will make the round of 32, right? Like, give me Bosnia to the quarters.
You want like a good draw.
Give me Bosnia to the quarters. Hey, radical. Hey, listen. There have been some magical.
The Overton windows.
Listen, man. Bulgaria, 1994. All right. Croatia, 1998. All right, they made it to the semis. It's not
Croatia
again.
Croatia 2018 to the final.
Yeah. More recent.
Listen, man. Listen, stranger things have happened. More radical things have happened. Obviously, it's a long shot. Of course.
But they have the juice.
Of course.
So, okay.
But they have
like,
the juice.
Like, here's the other thing. Is like, I feel like with these groups, right? Like, I don't know, it's like March Madness, right? It's like,
I love it.
The longer the knockout stage, like the easier the knockout stage is to make, and like, if once it gets to single knockouts, like you're gonna see you're gonna see a heavyweight go out in the round of 32.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Like you're gonna see like it might not be Bosnia, but it might be like a Switzerland or someone. Someone is gonna really like punch a juggernaut in the mouth, right? Like, I mean,
hopefully,
like, but I mean, it's the world. Like, you saw the same thing in the qualifiers, like with the playoffs. Like, I mean, this is why Italy has missed the last 3 tournaments, is because they can't get it done in a knockout match, right? And so, like,
well, because they can't get it done in the group stage to start. I mean, they had to play the knockout match.
Yeah.
So they're just a baseball country now.
Clear. I mean, knockouts are easy for some.
Well, in the previous edition of the World Cup, Sweden lost to Poland to not make the World Cup.
This is
a
true.
little bit of revenge there.
Yeah.
That was an electric game as well.
It was.
3-2. Yeah.
I may or may not be bringing it up shortly.
Hey. All right.
But yeah, we'll move on. Shout out
about
Bosnia.
Let's get it
We can go over to Pierson. Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't tell. I am going to be bringing up Sweden.
Wonderful.
As many people do know, I'm a very
Sweden.
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 Sweden voice after dark.
So I am I'm part Swedish. I'm also I'm many things. I'm a mixed person, but I do identify a lot with Sweden.
Shout out.
My last name is Swedish. And it has been a big part of kind of my life and kind of just rooting for the Sweden national team. In 2018, they got to the quarters.
Yeah.
Very amazing, very crushing. Recently, the Euros as well, and then I. Not to be too harsh, but I will say, Graham Potter has done some great things. The previous manager was, in as nice words as possible, a snake. If you are not aware of how Sweden made the World Cup, they got 2 points in World Cup qualification.
That's crazy.
They did not win a game.
Terrible.
They did not win a game.
But what you know about the nations?
But the nations.
What you know about the nations?
I promise I will get to my radical.
Yeah.
But this is all context that is needed.
Oh, okay.
Of course, but they were not good in World Cup qualifying. They were in a group with Switzerland and Kosovo and Slovenia. And they could not take a single win out of that group. And that's not to say, I think Switzerland's a dark horse for maybe being that team who could move farther than people think, but that's besides the point. The main thing is the Nations League saved them. And crazy thing about the Nations League is they got demoted from Group B to Group C, which saved them because then they beat
they
a
won.
group of Estonia and
Right.
Azerbaijan.
So yeah.
Which shout out to those guys as well, of course. But it's almost like them losing so much actually helped them.
Right, because then Sweden
Because
won
also,
the group,
for example,
and yeah.
it would have been I was hoping that Kosovo might have been able to pull it off against Turkey. I think that would have been a much tougher matchup, just matchup wise for Sweden. So if they had even gotten second place in that group, maybe it would have been a tougher path.
Yeah.
Either way, it worked out. It did work out.
I will say, if they got second in that group, then maybe we could have seen San Marino make the World Cup playoffs. They won their Nations League.
That is true.
And that would have been
of
really
representation
funnier.
for Italy.
That
I mean,
would've
The entire Italian national team switches citizenship.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, they take them. What? Like,
Yeah, they would.
They find some way to connect them nationally.
Oh my
Either
God.
way, it is pretty special to see them back. Tomas and Sid were mentioning, some like European teams who did pretty well recently. I will say, and Bosnia, they have that whole song. I guess it wasn't related to the World Cup, of course. Now it is.
Now it is, yeah.
I will say there are storylines here. Sweden not only made the World Cup in an electric game against Poland, which I will talk about shortly, but on top of that, the last time the World Cup was hosted in the United States, 1994, Sweden got a bronze medal. They placed third. A lot of people do not realize that happened, and that is the highest they've ever. That's the best they've ever done.
Who'd they have again in in '94? Like, who was on that? Do you know who was on that team? Do you remember?
I mean, it is a bunch of obscure ballers.
Wow. Yeah.
But that, I guess I kind of led you on because you might think that's where my radical comes from. It actually is not. I'm going to go back to that Poland game, a 3-2 electric game.
Yeah.
Probably the best game in all of qualification, besides maybe that very late winner from DR Congo. Or even potentially for Iraq over Bolivia, but those are besides the point. At least in UEFA qualification, I think it was in the
Jamaica,
best
New
game.
Caledonia was kind of a sleeper.
Yes, but again, let's just focus on UEFA, I guess. Not because I'm a UEFA. I'm not one of the people who's like, UEFA deserves 20 more spots. Not true. It's great.
Just means more.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It just means more.
It really doesn't deserve to get in already. Anyway,
Another hypothetical.
I am going on a long time. The main thing, the goal scorers for Sweden in this one, Anthony Elanga. A lot of people know he plays for Nottingham Forest. Victor Gyökeres, the winning goal. Obviously the striker for Arsenal. But in the middle, a beautiful, beautiful header from Gustav Lagerbielke. And he is my radical of the week. And I guess it's a little bit outdated, but I think it still counts. First of all, you have to call him the Baron. He is a Baron. He is of royal blood. He is of nobility. He is 254th in the line of the Swedish throne.
Wow.
Although, it is kind of on a technicality, because technically you have to be a direct descendant of King Gustav, the original king, I guess, of the line. But essentially, if a bunch of families get taken out, eventually it gets to Gustav Lagerbielke. And so he is the...
Shout out Gustav.
Pierson, what are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. No, I'm in media law and ethics right now. Ben Holden said.
Ben Holden, shout out.
It's after
this
dark.
Is a part of my first
It's
amendment
after
right.
dark.
Is this protected? Is Sports Voice After Dark protected
I
speech?
think it is.
Is it protected speech?
Crazy.
But either way, he plays in the Portuguese league as a center back.
Primeira Liga.
Braga.
Oh, Braga.
Yes. Yeah. He's also played for Celtic in Scotland. Some of their Swedish teams as well. But it is very cool to see, the fact that a header like that in that importance comes not only from a center back, not only from someone who only has started to start recently after Victor Lindelof's time kind of has faded away.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the fact that he is of noble blood is pretty darn cool, I will say.
Crazy.
And so that's, I think, what makes it very radical in those ways. I think, obviously, the story around Sweden is what I'm very excited about. I may or may not be trying to go to Monterrey.
That would be hype.
Electric.
Because
Electric.
the prices in Texas are ridiculous to see Sweden. I mean, also, Sweden's group is not easy. They have Japan and Netherlands, two teams who are the top 20 in the world.
That's tough.
But third place is still an option. And in Monterrey, they play Tunisia, which I think would be really interesting. I don't know. Either way, we will see. If I do make it there, of course, I'll make a blog and.
That'd be fire.
Yeah,
We'll
see. Hopefully,
Yeah.
that's in the cards. I have to make enough money first.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to lock in on that as well.
Maybe that bike thing can help. I know it's not worth it. No.
Maybe bro was a Sweden fan.
Oh yeah. But either way, I will hand it over to my fellow student.
You're never gonna believe this, but we are keeping it with the beautiful game
Right
now.
yeah, I mean it's a World Cup season. It's World Cup
We're
season.
sticking with the World Cup qualifying window. We will not be talking about World Cup qualifying.
Wonderful.
We will be talking about this radical new invention of Gianni Infantino. Probably my favorite thing that he's ever done, which is not a competition.
More money! More money! I need
FIFA
more money!
series. The FIFA series.
my
The FIFA series. Basically, a lot. If you're not very good as a country at football, you're basically only going to play teams from within your confederation.
Right.
And so this was basically an idea for just put some random teams together in random places and have them play each other.
Yeah.
And I'm specifically focusing on the Rwanda B group here, which was Aruba, Liechtenstein, Macau, and Tanzania.
Ooh.
So Tanzania, obvious favorites, 80 ranking spots ahead of
dude, it's
second
not even
place.
close. Come on.
They lose to Liechtenstein in the semifinal. Aruba beats Macau, with their slight favorites there. And then Aruba beats Liechtenstein, so they are the FIFA Series Rwanda B champions. Congratulations to Aruba.
Wow.
But specifically, I want to focus on Jabrian Romano, who scored 3 goals in those 2 games for Aruba to get them their first ever silverware. I'm not sure if they had trophies for him, but you know what? We'll say that they did.
Is this FIFA's version of Naction?
Very well be. It could very well be. Can you do it on a cold Tuesday night in Rwanda? But so we got
New
Jabrian
Zealand, Finland.
Romano.
What are these games? Wait, genuinely, what is this?
Oh, no,
what is this madness?
The women's is great. Women's is great. There's a game that's happening tomorrow between Pakistan and the Turks and Caicos Islands, bro.
Oh my
Go Turks and Caicos, baby!
Rock,
Go
Cats.
Cats?
No, wait, no. You said that this is action. It's not. The CONCACAF Nations League is
Yeah.
okay, but anyway, so Jabrian Romano is my radical of the speak. And this man's foot mob page is glorious. He's 21 years old, Aruban midfielder. He has apparently played 1 game for Stoke City U18 in the 2022-2023 U18 Premier League season. I'm on his Wikipedia page, and he's basically gone around the Dutch system. He currently plays for a team called RKSB Halsteren. And I'm going to read you the first sentence of this team's Wikipedia page. RKSB Halsteren is a football club from Halsteren, Netherlands. RKSB Halsteren plays in the 2022-2023 Sunday Vierde Divisie B. So this man is playing Sunday League football for a team whose Wikipedia page hasn't been updated since 2022.
Oh my god.
The town has a population
And
of
he's
12,000.
just won his country the first ever silverware in their history.
This is talk about a great vacation.
Wow, this is fire. Yeah.
And you know what?
It just
You know what?
means more, I guess.
It's almost as if, just like Bosnia, I have also been to Aruba.
No.
Have you been to Rwanda?
I have not, but I think we're talking. We're talking
about Aruban footballer.
Aruban football.
Yes. Yeah.
True.
So I have been to Aruba, although I have not met Jay Bryan.
Jabrian Romano is how I'm imagining.
Jabrian. No disrespect to Mr. Romano, but either way, I've been to his homeland. Rumsted's a very nice place. Rienestad's a very nice place.
Apparently he's a left back, by the way. It's 3 goals in 2 games.
Wow.
That's
As a
heat.
left back.
Complete wing back. Complete wing back.
Yeah.
And Halsteren itself, kind of a cool place. It was first mentioned as Halstert, which means bend in the highland with a tail, which is kind of neat. And it was its own municipality until 1997 when it became a part of Bergen op Zoom.
I mean, I was there. This is all old
the village of Apolder used to be located near Halsteren, but unfortunately it disappeared in a flood in 1570. And it's still buried underneath a meter of mud.
It just got squad.
Molasses.
Bro, what you know about the Boston molasses flood?
Oh my god.
But yeah, population of 12,000. I mean, wow, this place looks electric.
I was also looking at the USMNT's all-time results. Apparently, we have never played India. So Infantino,
Wow.
You know
FIFA
what to
series.
do. FIFA
And
series.
it's not like bad teams, or it's not like good teams don't get their own FIFA series. There's a women's FIFA series. It's an absolute banger.
Okay.
I think it's Canada, Zambia, Brazil, and someone else.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
it's
seeing that.
low key kind of got this low key group of death.
That's heat.
Wow.
South Korea.
South Korea, yeah.
Nice.
21 in the world.
Wow, wow.
Bulgaria is the only team to ever win the men's FIFA series twice.
So yeah.
Yeah, well.
Infantino, number one. Get on Svad. Number 2.
today I feel
Radical. Number 2. Let us organize the FIFA series.
Yes.
Number 3, give us more of the FIFA series that was just American Samoa, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. We need an American home championship. Like, come on. I do not know. I think it might.
Who won the Puerto Rico group?
It's probably Puerto Rico, right?
I'm getting there.
You're getting greedier. You're getting greedier.
Yeah, Puerto Rico won.
Wow, the Pierson bump. The Pearson bump.
Pearson effect. The strength
Pearson effect. It's real.
I'm sorry, Guam and America still have not been. Those places maybe are a little pricey, but to get to.
You've been to the Virgin Islands.
I have been to the Virgin Islands. Okay. So those are the only 2 teams that could have won using the logic we've had so far.
Wow.
And those are the 2 teams in the final.
That would actually. You imagine how hype it would be to like coach like a random like Turks and Caicos in the FIFA series. Like,
I think Montserrat is hiring.
Really?
There also
From what I've heard.
There's also
LinkedIn.
You could
4-4-2.
Any really good football manager players out there.
I've also like done a lot of like Wikipedia rabbit holing and like research into like the Marshall Islands, Micronesia.
Yeah. Because Marshall
Palau.
started out, right?
Yeah, Marshall
Now
they got Zealand on their
Shout out.
Yeah. So Marshall Islands and Tunavati, Micronesia as well, Tuvalu, all of those teams trying to start.
No Palau.
Greenland is also trying to start one
Greenland,
too.
the Greenland has a team.
They have a team, but CONCACAF didn't let them in, bro.
Are they
What's up with that?
a FIFA member? Or they
No, they're
No,
not.
they're not.
basically,
They're not.
I
They need to be admitted into a
confederation and then into.
They got, for lack of a better word, they got cut.
Yeah, they did.
Because
It's
Just YouTube. We're more than 10 seconds into the video.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, it was something where UEFA, very famously, obviously, the Faroe Islands are in UEFA. Gibraltar is in UEFA, right? Teams that are territories.
Yeah.
But
Martinique, Curacao, Aruba.
I don't. Martinique,
but those are all in CONCACAF.
They're not.
No,
those are
in CONCACAF. They are not.
Those are in CONCACAF.
Aruba, Saint Martin is not Saint Martin. I think the French ones.
Curacao, they're in the World Cup.
Yeah, the French ones aren't. Because I think they are just France.
but they're
like there's less distance.
But they were in the Gold Cup though. Main point though is like Greenland, they got screwed. UEFA didn't let them in because after they let Gibraltar in, they said, "Do we really want to let more Gibraltars in?" And so they said, "We're not going to let any more Gibraltars in."
That's crazy though.
So then they flipped to CONCACAF, and CONCACAF basically said, "Do we really want Aruba and Turks and Caicos to go travel to Greenland?"
Yeah.
Martinique is CONCACAF.
Yes. However, I don't think it's like a permanent now.
Yeah, come
I think
on.
also they're trying to build. If you look this up, I won't waste our time doing this right now. But if you look up the stadium plans of Greenland's national team, that stadium looks absolutely magnificent.
Whoa.
So if they're able to secure the funding, or if we are able to get funding as a collective, the 5 of us, we have to pull it there. I'm telling you, it looks awesome. Although I think those plans are kind of not going to happen for now.
Yeah.
Can we just imagine? Go ahead.
Like,
What if we had like a Jose Mourinho, like a Pep, just be like, you know what, like, get me to Nuke, like
take me to Nuke,
like it's like bros playing like the AFC, and he's just like, all right, give me Greenland.
But
No,
but like it's clearly not a travel issue either because he may not. It's not that he doesn't want to send Turks and Caicos Islands to Greenland because he's very clearly fine sending them to the Côte d'Ivoire. Because that's where they are
for the FIFA series.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Arctic Stadion looks awesome. Dude.
I know.
It looks awesome.
And look location-wise, it's right in the capital.
Yeah, but can you do it on a cold day in Nuke?
But it'd be indoors.
Can you?
Oh, can you imagine?
Can you? Yeah, it would be indoors. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's dope. It's dope.
Whoa.
Look at this. This is fire.
Show.
Greenland U.S. game in the wait.
This is so fire.
Or wait, hold on. Hear me out. Greenland U.S. game in the Kibby Dome.
CQ Stadium.
Oh
my God.
Oh wait, that's
make this happen. Make this happen.
That looks like Villanueva's Dune, bro.
Away days, like those like 4-3-3 would post that till Kingdom Come.
Oh my God, bro.
They don't
need AI anymore, bro.
They need investors. Here's what we need. We need
George McCaskey.
Yes.
If you are listening,
we need
the Chicago Bears need a new stadium. I'd rather nuke Greenland than Indiana.
Wait, let's not do
Than Hammond, Indiana.
Let's not do Greenland.
And no. The city. No. N-U-U-K.
Got a nuke.
The municipality.
That's
Whoa, no.
That's a little too radical for that.
It's the capital of Greenland. It's the capital. It's the most populous city,
Are you
dude.
sure you're saying that right?
It's got 20,000 people,
No,
dude.
it is nuke. But, as a modeling winner, you got to nail. You got to pause.
You know, this is true. This is true. You know, our conference starts tomorrow. I can't be doing this, you know, as a member of the secretariat.
Actually, huge. What is it? Like the little like crises or whatever. The little fanfics you guys do.
Yeah. Sure, if you want to call it that. Yeah.
Be like the commissioner of Greenland. You gotta build it.
There was a Greenland committee at U Chicago's conference last weekend. Shout out to Mia Tess for winning best delegate in the Greenland committee.
Yes.
That's an obscure baller.
I think we might get to our fifth radical of the week.
Yeah, I know. We're getting like
midnight.
we'll
get close.
This is the intro, by the way.
We'll get close.
Chicago Bears playing in New Greenland.
Do we have 304,000 krona?
I feel
How much is it?
it can't be that
That's
much.
41 million euros.
Oh, that's like
Okay, what is that?
I'll tell you-
What is that?
Wait,
strong as Greenland's currency.
Well, the krona is
4 million.
32,000 USD.
Million. I thought you said thousand.
Oh no, 300. I might have. That was a mistake. 304.
well, the krona. That's
32 million USD.
that's the Norwegian currency. Yeah.
To build a stadium that nice?
No, not Swedish krona.
Oh, not Swedish krona?
Swedish krona or Norwegian? No, Danish krona.
It's Danish.
Danish
Okay, I
krona.
just defaulted.
Yeah,
How much lower does that become?
How
Oh,
much?
it gets even worse.
47.5 million.
Oh my.
Hey, if all of us chip in about
Dude,
9
Ryan
million-
Field costs 850.
The Haslams asked the city of
Guys.
Columbus for more for like the
Guys.
NWSL
We
training
can
exactly,
afford this.
right?
And you know what? We will.
Wait.
And I promise, I vow, I will go to Greenland to make sure this happens, because clearly there's some sort of correlation.
Strandquist
There's
effect.
the correlation
The
between
Strandquist
success.
Given recent events,
Indoctrination.
we dissolved the basketball team. The men's basketball team. Women's, we keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We dissolve the men's basketball team when we take all that money, and we give it to the Greenlandic
Let's-
Football
Hear me
Association.
out. Give Greenland the Wrexham treatment. Let's just pour a bunch of money, give a bunch of
Give it
talent.
a dock you.
I
Yeah.
tell you,
can fire
them
Doc
boys
in
will be
both days.
conditioned.
Well,
They
here's
have
the thing.
played through ice. They have played through God
they're
knows
gonna-
what conditions.
Yeah.
They can take Italy.
There's some
they can
ice
take
cold
Spain.
ballers up in.
That's
They
what
got
I'm
ice
saying.
in their veins. They
No,
probably
and then
do.
you put Northwestern Wildcats like on the badge, it'll be fire, dude.
Dude.
Like Northwestern in the World
No,
Cup.
like put us on the front of the jersey. Like that Northwestern Medicine is entitled.
Yeah,
Duke
Northwestern Medicine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Duke Stadium is sponsored by
Northwestern,
Yeah. It's gonna be fire.
Northwestern Medicine Field.
It's fire. No, that's actually fire.
This stadium looks exactly like Ryan Field.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, we have Ryan Field at home, guys. We have Ryan Field at home.
Have you
That's
seen?
an upgrade.
It is, but like
Objectively.
design,
No, the
one
field
side
house.
is
I think.
sad.
No, the field house. I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Ryan Field.
There's
Yeah.
a Ryan Field.
No, not Ryan Field.
I mean,
Ryan Field house.
Northwest.
yeah, the jerseys are sick.
The
too.
jerseys are
jerseys
awesome.
are cold.
The jerseys are literally cold. Like, come on, Lakeville in January. Rock this at the Lakeville in January.
Look at this. Look at
Like,
Are they on
this.
sale right
Hey,
now?
we don't.
I probably
We don't need
Dude,
to
that-
play at the
wow,
lake
that
this
is a-
fall
that is a really
because
nice
I've got a stadium for Northwestern football
we give
to
them-
play before Ryan Field.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
we give them like the sponsors and everything, and they give us like a beach volleyball facility right there outside. In
Bang, bang, bang.
Fire.
It's a win-win.
I
Yeah.
think
Win-win.
we just solved
Win-win.
everything.
I think
We got
Mark
to
Jackson,
World
you know where to
World
find
peace.
us.
Yeah.
All right.
achieved through Greenland football.
I need Svalbard independence next.
So I think we do have one more.
We do have another radical. We have another radical.
Yeah.
Let's go, Vin.
Let's go, Vin.
Come on.
And well, I'll tell you, it's quite the opposite way from Greenland because we're going to Australia. We're going down under. We are digging deep. I'm talking National Rugby League.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I saw this on my YouTube and I was like, man, what a shout! You know, rugby. I feel like at the NFL is like a Ferrari Bugatti. Rugby is like a '60s Mustang. You know, it's just
Yeah.
it's like so pure. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know what I gotta be real. Half the time I don't know what I'm watching, but it's just great. You know what I mean?
It's
like I see them
shout
kick
out
the ball up.
to Anya for she's going
Shout
to
out Anya.
regionals for rugby this week.
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah.
Shout out Anya. Yeah, she's in my PA group, so I see her and all that. Yeah, but like these guys kick the ball up randomly, and this guy goes and Boston's like 4 different fingers. I'm like, yo.
They'll like pick him up, like woo.
They're like diving. I'm like,
Yeah.
like it's insane.
The scrums, yeah.
But specifically, I want to talk about from the Parameta Eels, and I'll show you. We're talking Appa Twiddle. Now let me tell you about this guy. So he's from New Zealand.
Okay.
He moves to Australia as a teenager to try to chase his rugby dreams.
Of course.
His longtime coach, his coach over there, really helps him. The guy is so homesick. He's like, man, I want to get out of here. Coach helps him through all of that. Really, really great mentor for this guy. That's when he's like, in his 16, in his teens. Later on in his 20s, he has a daughter. That same week, his coach dies of cancer. This coach.
Oh.
Now,
Jeez.
obviously the guy is devastated. Writes his name on his wristband, and on the wristband he wears.
Yeah.
Now we fast forward a little bit. Actually, not even a lot. That was last year.
Wow.
Come to this year, the guy's he's working. He's a little bit of more of like a prospect type player for the Eels, but he's finally named to the bench. Now, when you think of the bench in National Rugby League, there's 13 players on the field at once.
Mm-hmm.
You name 19 players, but only 4 can be subs. So you basically name 2 guys that like okay,
They just
basically
sit there,
like they're there for like like worst case scenarios kind of, but I guess we could say unlucky or lucky depending on the situation. 2 of the Eels go down in some pretty big injuries in the game. So this guy who he told his mom, "Yo, I don't even think I'm gonna play. Don't come." His mom lives in New Zealand.
Wow.
Mom wasn't even gonna come see. This is his first game. But finally the relatives told, no, you have to come. Mom gets on a flight that very same day, so gets there like day of.
Basically.
Finally through all of this 1% shot LeBron kind of meme kind of like chances.
Curry from
The guy's in the game.
Wow.
Immediately, first touch is like the rugby equivalent of a touchdown. It's a try. First touch, and I'm talking. The guy dives, half of his body's out, out of bounds.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not like football. Football, if it's like you just have to extend to the goal line, and that's it.
Yeah.
You have to physically put the ball down. Other things. So you have to downward motion. You have to control the ball. You can't just throw it. You have to do all of that. So he's not just diving. He has to dive and put the ball down while he's not out of bounds. It was a crazy. I highly recommend Appa Twido, Paramedic Eels, National Rugby League. I highly recommend you guys go look at that. Then he gets another ball again later on, scores another try.
Dang.
So that's the equivalent of the guy just third stringer, never seen the play, comes in 2 touchdowns, 2 tutties.
The Paramedic
Just
Eels.
absolute legend.
Electric.
Now the Eels did lose. The Eels did lose the game. I will say the Eels were also down 2. They were down 2 scores. This guy comes in, evens the game. We go to OT through some back and forth, some kicks, some crazy semantics. The Eels do lose the game, but afterwards, Twido goes and reunites with his mom in the stands, tears of joy. The man is crying. It's absolutely a great moment. Great moment for the sport, for the brand, for Twido's family. Just hats off. A radical performance. Radical guy seems like I
I just pulled up the replay.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Wow.
I'm sorry to the viewers at home,
Kind of
but
fire. I mean,
We'll take a look and then it's a bit long.
Bang.
it's not that like the actual.
Yeah.
Like, you can have replays and stuff. but-
Are you looking at the first one or the second?
Yeah, the first.
First one, I think.
Yeah.
So
That is crazy that he got that
I'll
in.
move it back to it. I don't know.
Show it to the viewer.
Take a look
Look at
at
this guy. Oh. Whoa.
Watch this.
Dang.
And if they're showing the
It's
replay, I don't know if they're gonna show the slow mo. But the guy literally is like halfway out of that.
Dang.
It's insane.
Beautiful.
That's fire.
That's peak.
Yeah.
That's peak.
That's
I would
a
say,
try.
it
Absolutely.
seems like we need this guy on the Chicago Hounds. If I do say
Yeah.
so myself.
Shout out Chicago Hounds.
I will
Or on the
recommend
Northwestern
to
men's-
everyone.
Or on the
If you
Northwestern
like
men's
rugby,
basketball
if you
team.
like that
It's like
clip,
at this point.
Come down to a Chicago Hounds game.
Yeah.
It's Dogtown. We're called the Kennel Club.
The Kennel Club. Yeah, taking on the California Legion on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it time?
Have you guys? Shall we?
No, I'm kidding. I'm trying. I'm trying these things.
Hey! I'm still locked into the obscure ballers rhythm. Yeah.
SeatGeek.
But yeah. Have you guys ever seen like Gaelic football too?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen clips of it, and it's just
Like I love those sports where like I'll see highlights and like I have no idea what's going on,
It's like when
but it's
AI
so
would-
simple.
like video thing would put out
I mean,
for football.
yeah, a little bit.
I think that's the thing with rugby, though, or these kind of rugby type sports. It's like the guys look like DK Metcalf, like prime DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you guys are some units, and even the women's too. I'm sure they got really
They're crazy.
strong
They're
players.
crazy. They're
Really
crazy.
strong
Yeah.
players.
They're, oh yeah. Tough.
And you know, they're sometimes like they're just on like odd hours of like I'm in India. It's like 2 a.m. I can't sleep because of jet lag, and I just see like rugby on. I'm like,
Wait,
yo,
I've done that one before. I remember it was like on because in ESPN in Peru you got like ESPN like Deportes, which most of it is Argentina for South America. So they'll show rugby because rugby's huge in Argentina. Yeah. So I remember it'd be like 2 a.m. I'm like tweaking. I put on ESPN Plus, and it's Australia versus New Zealand rugby, and my dad's like, leave it out. So we're just watching it. It's like, what? I'm like, it's like a stadium of like 100,000 people, and they're going insane. And I'm just like, dog, what is happening? But it's like actual fire. Yeah. It's actual fire.
The reason I'm like half decent with rugby knowledge is like when I was younger, whenever my parents would like watch a scary movie or a movie that I deemed too scary, I would go downstairs, throw on ESPN3, and they'd have like clips. They would have like full game replays of like sevens rugby, and I would just watch that.
Shout out rugby. If you're ever wherever you are in life, rugby is there for you.
It really is.
That's the message.
Yeah, when you are at your lowest, rugby will be there.
Yeah. Even at what your highest.
When you're down under.
Yeah.
When you are down under.
Quite literally.
Rugby will put you right side up again.
Men at work.
Oh, yeah. Good shout.
Good
All right.
Yeah.
So how about that for the intro segment? Intro segment, guys.
It only took like 45 minutes.
Technically an hour 40 if you put the
the
pre-show.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Delay.
So now we'll go into our deeper than this.
This was not the deep dive.
We're gonna go even deeper, guys. All right.
More radical.
More sabbatical.
More sabbatical.
So, I mean, we're in an era of conference realignment. Some things in college athletics make even less sense than the Parramatta Eels. And so Ben has traversed the entire length and breadth of college athletics. Mm-hmm. If you are not tapped into the Dannemiller Index, I highly suggest you do.
DannemillerIndex.com.
You will, tap in before it goes Hollywood. And we'll be yeah. So. Ben, I mean, just kind of take us away, like take us all the way down into where no college athletic sicko has ever gone before.
So I have a special treat for you all tonight. I have the 5 stupidest conferences in all of college sports. Why do these exist? I don't know. I think it's funnier without context. I think.
Okay, yeah, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Honorable mention. Didn't want to put him in because of a funnier one later on. The Pac-12 football from the last 2 years.
My days.
Washington State.
Oh my days. No.
Like, what is this?
Oh,
2 teams.
Yeah.
They played each other twice. They played a 2-leg final. We brought it to American football. There we go.
Home and home.
All right. Number 5. This is the one that I
and is
told
this
you
all
all
time
guys
or is
about.
this current?
One of them is historical. I'd say it's more current though, but like one of them is just
mostly
so
current. Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to the sport of men's lacrosse, Division 1.
Wow.
We have the Atlantic Sun.
Wow, the A-Sun. Okay.
The A-Sun.
Yeah.
Respectable conference. A well-respected conference.
But not in lacrosse, you say?
Not in women's lacrosse, it's a fairly standard A-Sun.
But men's lacrosse.
Men's lacrosse is just some random stuff. So we got Bellarmine, Jacksonville, Mercer, Queens. Nothing too crazy here. Some Eastern schools. Air Force in Utah.
Oh. Sure.
I know this one.
That's a flight.
Yeah,
Air Force.
Utah went down to Macon, Georgia last week for a conference game to play the Mercer Bears.
That's awesome.
Is this the FIFA series?
It's the FIFA series.
The lacrosse. NCAA lacrosse series.
So that's what we got for number 5.
Wow.
Number 4 is the historical deep dive. We got the Athletic Association of Western Universities. Now, this was a thing, I believe, back in like the 50s.
Wow. No, yeah, I was there. I mean, I was the Athletic Association of Western University. I was the big, like, if you could not do it on a Tuesday night in the Athletic Association of Western University, you weren't battle tested.
We got the late 50s, early 60s. So what happens here is there's this thing called the Pacific Coast Conference. It's 10 teams. We got Cal, Washington State, Oregon State, USC, Stanford, UCLA, Idaho, and Montana.
That sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah. Now there's some. That's not the thing that doesn't.
Shout out Idaho Vandals.
Shout out Idaho Vandals.
Why'd they drop down?
Tippy don't mention. So there's some pay-for-play scandals at Cal, USC, UCLA, and Washington that causes that thing to disband. And so those 4 schools were like, okay, we'll quit and make our own conference. And so they quit and make their own conference. And so it's Cal, UCLA, USC, and Washington. And then Washington State joins. And then Stanford joins. And then this transitions into the Pac-8.
What?
Where then the Oregon schools join.
What?
So it's just the same thing.
It's just the same. But what about
without Idaho and Montana? But like it's just the same thing.
But see, what you're saying is that
It's stupid because it existed before.
them cheating, supposedly, allegedly,
Mhm.
is the reason why we don't have Idaho and Montana.
Well, Idaho was still D1 until
No,
recently.
no, I know.
But they could have been in a
They
power
could have been in a
conference.
power conference.
We could have had power conference.
We could have had
Montana
Idaho
win.
to the Big
We
Ten.
could have had Pac-14.
We could have had Idaho to the Big Ten, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a fumble.
Yes, but the,
What if-
Imagine
the
a
stupidity
way
is
they
Truly like an alternate history
Bro.
kind of moment.
Idaho Vandals in the Big Ten, bro.
For number 4, we look
That
back.
would be Big Ten
Bro,
West.
Moscow, Idaho, bro. Moscow,
Can you
Idaho.
do it
Can you do it?
on a temperature-controlled Saturday afternoon?
In Moscow, Idaho.
You imagine modern day. Like you just had, you came into like a year at like Maryland or something as like you were recruited to be like the guy. You were recruited to be the guy in College Park. All right, but you end up being horrible. You're on the bench the whole year. Your coach tells you at the end of the year, pack your bags. You're going to Moscow.
Audible mention they could retitle the thing the Gulag.
Oh.
I think that would be a great name.
Ooh.
Wait,
Oh.
no,
I do believe Idaho has wrestling. That's what they should call a
Yes,
wrestling meet.
yeah.
They host
Yeah.
the Kibbe down there.
The Vandals.
Gulag.
Stadium
So,
Pulse.
For
Stadium
number
Pulse will go.
Wow.
For number
Wow.
5, or, sorry, for number 4, we look back to the past. For number 3, we look to the future. We look to D3. We look to the New Jersey Athletic Conference men's lacrosse. First ever year, starting next year. Now the NJAC is fairly simple. You got some Rutgers, branch campus schools.
Camden.
Camden
out.
and Newark. You
Shout
have
out.
basically a bunch of New Jersey schools, and I think 1 or 2 New York schools.
This would make sense for the New Jersey
This
Athletic
would make
Conference.
sense. Exactly. So they're starting, NJAC men's lacrosse, and 4 full member programs are starting it. You got Keene University, Montclair State, Stockton, and SUNY New Paltz.
Wow.
Now they needed some more teams to fill out, so they picked 2 more. Centenary College, Louisiana, and Colorado College. College.
Someone from my school went to Colorado College.
Well, no.
Wow.
Carson is not bad.
You went for track?
Wow.
Colorado
Well, I mean,
College.
welcome to
Welcome to New Jersey.
The Dannemiller Index Class CCC champions are going to the NJAC for men's lacrosse.
Wow.
How do they have that kind of money? Like, just get on a flight, like...
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Holy away day.
Yeah.
Like at that point you might as well just like get like a you might as well just like get like a I don't even know like how do you
Just do all of your
you're gonna
series.
spend-
This was
you're gonna
announced
spend,
afterwards.
like your entire fall quarter or whatever, your entire
Spring.
spring quarter in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And you're like a kid who goes to school in Colorado.
No, like what happened
We're
here?
flying them
This
out.
was announced. These 2 teams were announced after. So imagine you're like a guy who's like, you know what? This is cool. I'm going to be one of the first ever players for Keene University men's lacrosse. And then a couple months after you sign, it's announced that you're going to have a road trip to Colorado Springs.
Imagine
It's
telling
worse
your
for the
parents.
Colorado for Colorado.
No, 100%. But like they joined later. Like there's no ironic comment.
Yeah.
Imagine telling your family or like your girl like, yeah, you guys come to all of my games and hey, so you're not gonna Colorado. Yeah.
Or Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hey, shout out Shreveport. I was there for I lived there
Centenary
from
College
age
of
5 to
Louisiana,
8.
bro.
Yeah.
These are some nice. Well, the
Bang,
football
bang, bang,
stadiums,
bang,
but
bang.
like, okay.
Captain Shreve.
So that's number 3.
Bang with the
Number
bang.
2 is the reason that the Pac-12 football was the honorable mention and not number 5. Because we got the Pac-12 women's gymnastics. Now this is a very large conference, so I'm gonna take a breath before I announce all the teams.
Other 12 teams?
Oregon State.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh.
There's a 1-team conference in college sports. Everybody.
Illegal.
It's a big
they the
stretch to
conference
make it a
champions?
conference.
Yeah.
It's a big stretch.
Nationals.
They're just farming
Pac-12,
championships.
Oregon State.
Bro, yeah, bro.
Because they can get like division. You can say
Wait,
they're
so
division champions.
Conference
You're
champion.
no school left
Undefeated
have
conference
There's
record.
only 15 schools that have men's gym.
Oh.
Like, that's a whole different rabbit hole. But yeah,
Setting
Oregon
conference
State.
records.
like they staff like all the officials are just like secretly Oregon State administrators administrators, and they just all of the conference records for high scores.
Cheating scandal.
They did make the tournament. Obviously not an auto bid because that's just
for the Pac-12.
No, they made the national tournament.
Oh, okay.
They made the Pac-12 tournament against themselves.
Their own
They got
right.
an auto bid just for the Pac-12.
We killed all the other schools in our conferences.
Low-key, we could do a Northwestern. Isn't there like a lot of Where's Northwestern State?
Yeah.
Like,
Northwestern
Northwestern State,
Northwestern of Minnesota.
Northwestern Minnesota, Southwestern Texas, Northeastern.
And
There's Southwestern Missouri.
Christian.
Northwest
Missouri State.
Northwest Missouri State,
That's what-
Southeast
yeah,
Missouri
yeah.
State,
Yeah.
SEMO, Northwest Oklahoma State, Southeast Oklahoma State,
yeah.
Southwest Oklahoma State, North. I'm fairly sure those are all
Yeah.
schools. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we go to number one, which is the reason that I wanted to do this in the first place. I'm going to be very secretive with this reveal. Very.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I'm saying.
we go back and forth. We have the Bound Pacific Sports Federation in field hockey. Now, the MPSF is a fairly well-respected conference for aquatic sports. They have water polo. They have swimming. I believe they might have men's wrestling. They have women's gymnastics as well. It's generally for those sports that are just less popular. And you're in the West Coast, and you're one of the Big Ten teams. You go to the MPSF. So I believe starting this year, they decide, let's branch out. Let's do some field hockey.
Okay.
Now, first team they get,
Bring it above ground.
UC Davis.
Okay.
Okay.
Western
Fairly
school.
standard.
Western school.
Fairly standard.
Okay.
Go Aggies.
Good start. Good start.
MPSF.
Good
Shout
start.
out my boy Maida.
Hey, yeah.
UC Davis. Fairly
Okay.
standard school.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Second school they bring in, Delaware.
What?
So Delaware's here.
Shout out Joe
UC
Flacco.
Davis is like here.
One of the 5 schools to have a president and a Heisman winning or a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
This is true.
But yeah, third school they brought in. That's it.
Oh,
There's a
Wow. The comment.
UC Davis and Delaware.
Hey, they both got.
Why is it
They
Delaware?
played a conference championship game. They did not play each other in the regular season. They have a standings page.
Oh my god.
It says Delaware 0-0, 7-11, UC Davis 0-0, 6-10. They played a conference championship game at UC Davis, which Delaware won 2-1.
Type.
Did they just say, okay, meet in the middle, Kansas City? Or
Listen.
something?
Greenland national team.
Field Hockey Stadium, so it's at UC Davis.
Greenland national team. I have a proposition. You join the MPSF and you prove to CONCACAF that it can be done.
Not even that. Join the pack. Just
right.
make your own thing. This is Pac-12.
You break off from the MPSF.
Greenland joins the Pac-12.
You secede from the MPSF. All right. Can UC Davis do it in the dome at Nuke?
That's so.
Can they? All right, and then you bring in the Idaho Vandals. All right,
Can't forget Seminary College.
Seminary College, Louisiana.
Northwestern men's
They have
basketball.
a combined conference with all of these random. Like, let's get UC Davis, Delaware, Centenary, LA, Colorado College, Oregon State, Oregon State again for the AAWU,
Greenland.
Greenland's national
Jacksonville State.
football.
And then you gotta put it with the Panorama
Well,
Eels.
Jacksonville out there.
Yes.
The
Eels.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that
That
is
was, that was something that found out during the field hockey season. I've just kind of been holding on to it.
Oh
but
my gosh! Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, where can we watch the MPSF conference championship for field hockey next year?
Unfortunately, the deal that allows you to watch MPSF men's volleyball through Big Ten Plus does not carry over because a couple of the Big Ten
It doesn't extend
Western
to
schools,
field
it does
hockey?
not extend to field hockey.
For the one game?
the one game between.
Who's broadcasting it?
Wait, maybe it did.
WNBA.
Maybe it did. Hold on.
Wait, guys.
Hold on. Maybe it did because I just
Calvin and
remember I was
Taylor,
able to watch
please.
Northwestern at Delaware.
Oh.
They might actually.
Well, no, because it involved a Big Ten team.
Well, yeah, but it's not.
But it's
At
not.
home.
Yeah.
It's at Delaware.
It's at Delaware.
They played it.
That probably
played
Delaware has nobody.
What
Well, they're-
conference is Delaware usually in?
They're not. They might be CUSA.
They just joined
That
the
would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Oh yeah. Fun fact is Nebraska is in the CUSA for bowling.
Type.
What?
Yeah. So the
Oh, yeah, they're in the
there's
queue,
two
so-
Power 5 schools in bowling, so they just kind of do whatever.
Oh, cool.
it's a little bit less funny.
Wait, who's the other Power 5?
Vanderbilt. They made the Final Four.
Oh.
Other 4 teams.
There are like 80 teams.
Oh, okay.
Well, Final Four, by the way, Parma Heights, Ohio.
They're throwing strikes in 2 sports.
Yep.
Okay.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Truly. I mean, I had. What's the most cursed conference you could put together today? I think mission accomplished, guys.
I might have a run for your money.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
Ben certainly has the most actual conference, but I have a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Now, the conference, we're starting with an established one, the American.
Mhm.
Because tell me why the American is not living up to its full potential. It says the American Athletic Conference.
Okay.
Why are you stuck on the East Coast? Why are you stuck in the United States? First of all, give me Alaska Anchorage D1 football program.
Thank you.
They need that. They have basketball, but they need. I don't know if it's D1 or not, but they need football.
Fairbanks?
Their basketball team plays at the Alaska Airlines.
Can we get the rainbows?
but-
Can we get the rainbows? Are we getting the rainbows too or no?
Of course,
It's
we
not
can't
Alaska.
forget. Shout out Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. But we're putting in
It's
some
not Alaska.
real powerhouses. Some real schools will give Alabama a run for the money because we're talking a school with more than 12 national championship titles. We're talking the Laval University Rouge et Or from Quebec City. Yes, Canada plays football, you guys.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and you think 12 was enough? We're talking a school with more than 15 national championships. They may have more. There were so many different sources on this that I can tell. Okay,
That's how you know it's good.
Historians are disputing the number of national.
the lore was so good they don't even know how many. We're talking the Monterey Institute of Technology and Higher Education's Borrego Salvajes. That absolutely insane team. But you think that's done? No.
Get him eligible.
Because on Svad on a Wednesday night we go deeper than the Monterey Institute of Technology.
God.
I'm talking
The real
Florida State University, Republic of Panama Seminoles. Wait.
Panama
Where's my research? According to my Wikipedia linked research,
Bro.
they are at least 2-time football national champions. Which means yes, Panama has at least 2 teams. At least
Get NUQ on this.
Do they do the freaking?
Imagine the war shit in a Panama. Can you do it on a Thursday night in Panama City?
in the Panama Canal.
Imagine Mariano Rivera just makes an appearance randomly. Everyone goes nuts.
Quick little thing. Speaking of like Big Tens, or not Big Tens, like power conference schools with random things. Shout out to Northwestern men's golf for playing at the Purdue Puerto Rico Classic.
Whoa.
Which was apparently hosted by Purdue in Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Purdue does not have a branch campus in Puerto Rico.
Am I tripping? Isn't Panama City in Florida?
Yes, there is a Panama. There's an FSU in Panama
Okay.
City and an FSU in Panama.
Wow. That is
New rivalry. New rivalry.
No one even. I just didn't even know. Wow.
Maybe add both.
Yeah, Republic of Panama
both.
campus.
You gotta
No,
add
this
both.
is
Republic of
this is a thing.
Or
4,000 students.
I am surprised
Wait,
that
it has
the
athletics,
Canadian
too?
team
If you were
Simon
not-
Fraser.
If you were not on the 5th floor of Maine looking up FSU Republic of Panama, what are you doing with your
Wait, this is
Northwestern education? I mean,
This
come
is
on.
really
This is
This
peak
is
right
why-
here.
On their
we do
Wikipedia.
This is why we
On the
stand.
Wikipedia, it says Florida State University, Panama City, commonly referred to as FSU Panama City, is located 100 miles from the Florida State University Tallahassee campus in Panama City, Florida. So not to be confused. So they have the Panama. They have
The
the
Panama City campus is the Tallahassee campus.
the Tallahassee campus is in Panama City, Florida,
Why?
and then the Panama City
It's
campus.
saying it's 100. It's just bad
There's no
writing.
way.
No,
saying
it's 100 miles. No. It's 100 miles from the Florida State University Tallahassee campus in Panama City, Florida.
Yes,
Republic
because
of-
the
there's a
No,
Republic
it's
of-
saying it's
no,
located
there's a
100 miles
Republic of
away
Panama-
in.
there's a
No, we're
Republic
not
of Panama
disputing that. That's not what
Yeah.
we're disputing.
That's happening.
It says it's saying they're 100 miles away in Panama City Beach, Florida. Not that the Tallahassee
Yeah.
campus is in Panama City Beach. It's just bad writing.
But anyways.
This would fail.
Panama.
This
we're
would get
talking-
Medill
Imagine the true American, or if you want a better name, you could call it the Bigger Ten. So
The Bigger
Big
Ten.
Ten. We have
Wait.
Alaska Anchorage, Laval, Monterey Institute, FSU Panama City, and FSU Panama City. We have you know what? Take some of the MAC. We'll throw in North Dakota State, throw in Sacramento State, Miami, Ohio. You put it, imagine the Navy, because the Navy plays in the American football. Imagine them in Panama battling the battle for the Panama Canal. Imagine that. Imagine
hold
the war.
up. Someone
Imagine how, like, dude, the war chant. It would be insane.
This is Teddy Roosevelt's American Conference.
This is Monroe Doctrine. Monroe Doctrine.
I got one more Chicago-inspired team to put in there.
Uh-huh.
Now, there's a man by the name of Bobby Rome II who has been selected to lead Chicago State in their very first football season next year, competing in Division I FCS as an independent program. Formerly, his last listed playing career,
Don't tell me it's in Panama.
Moscow State University.
Whoa.
Played there
Yeah.
after he played in the NFL.
Is Moscow State in
It's in
Idaho? Or
It is in Moscow, Russia.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually in Moscow.
Yes. This man played for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers.
He said, "No, that's not cold enough."
Then he played professional in Moscow, and then he played collegiate in Moscow.
And then he played collegiate?
Yeah.
They actually sent him to the gulag.
Bro,
They actually-
Illinois basketball.
He also was a coach of Far Eastern Federal University
I don't even know what to say.
in Vladivostok, Russia.
Vladivostok. Shout out Vladivostok. Shout out Vladivostok on the other side. It's on the Pacific.
Yeah.
It's a Russian city on the Pacific coast.
Banger of a building, by the way.
Wow.
Wow, oh, that's tough.
Hey,
Show it to the
that
audience.
maybe
They probably have the same architects.
Loki. Hear me out.
New stadium.
Get these
The next, they could be in the ACC. Could be the ACC.
Pac-12.
Can you do it on a windy night in Vladivostok?
No, you absolutely
No,
cannot.
you're not. Bro,
You're trying.
it's over, bro. It's a 20-hour flight. It's over.
Apparently, Far Eastern Federal is a partner institution of University of Maryland.
New member for Pac-12 gymnastics.
Wow. Wow.
The Pac-12 championship.
Far Eastern Federal University.
Technically, they're close to the Pacific. I feel like.
Yeah,
No, they're on the Pacific. So I mean,
Bro, this is a crazy. Bro was the interim head coach for the Carolina Force, and then St. Petersburg State the next year, and then Far Eastern Federal, and then he coaches UNC club football for 2 years.
How does bro explain this to his family? Like, respect to your family, Bobby Rome.
holy
That's
journey.
2 years
Holy journey.
at Virginia Lynchburg, then Central State, Ohio, then Florida Memorial. Then he starts working up NCAA. But that is just a crazy freaking
The stories.
UNC club right after Far Eastern Federal.
Wow. So I mean, basically, he's going to be new American Conference Coach of the Year.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Russian
the Coach of the Year award is going to be named after him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
I will say,
Take
one
a deep breath,
one
folks.
very small thing on the paragraph.
Yeah.
How are we saying you Chicago rejoined the Big Ten when not Lake Forest?
I mean, okay.
Lake Forest was in the Big Ten. No one knows.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody cares about Lake Forest.
I care. I have friends at Lake
I
Forest.
do too, and they would say they do not want to be here. They do not want anything to do with the Big Ten.
You
They
know
have a good
what?
thing going. They have a good
Northwestern,
thing
Lake
going.
Forest,
They
and
have a
U
good thing
Chicago can all play each other in the
Yeah,
Tiny
Lake
Ten
Forest.
conference.
Tiny
championship.
Ten.
I would
Tiny
imagine there was
Ten.
the
This
Tiny
isn't even
Ten.
hating on Lake Forest. Lake Forest is a great thing going. They're part of they have sports that they can just enjoy winning.
Sure.
They don't want to be like our men's basketball team.
No.
They might as well replace us. They might be better.
No, next time on Spat, I'm going to bring up Lake
Fun
Forest
fact,
squash.
according to a very old Google, I don't know if it's reliable or not. Our first ever intercollegiate victory may have been against Lake Forest. I don't know if that's
Well, yeah, I think, right? No, I mean,
Shout
No
out.
one shocked me.
and in what?
1882?
Football.
In what?
In football,
In football, yeah.
That
Oh
would make
yeah, no,
sense.
I think I remember because what was it? It was like the first football game ever played in the Midwest or something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's not. It wasn't.
1 week after
that
playing
is
the first ever
That is
game.
their first game, but it's not. It wasn't sanctioned.
Oh. Well,
But it does count. It's like, you know how like when they say like on like every like national soccer teams like
Yeah, like unofficial. Unofficial. Yeah.
But it's okay.
yeah. Shout out the
Shout out
FLN
to-
national team from Algeria. Yeah. But yeah.
Wow. Holy deep dive. So I guess now we're going into Vid's the worst chokes. We had you had the displeasure of experiencing a generational choke yourself earlier this week. So yeah, let's commiserate.
28-3, 3-1, 35-3, and after last Sunday, 9-0. Guys, these are not just numbers. These are war flashbacks. These are utterances that will serve as triggers for fans long after the players have moved on. But my argument that I wanted to bring to you guys for discussion is that a choke is truly one of the greatest feats of skill that an athlete can pull off. Because see, in a blowout, it's the other team is just simply not good enough. Or the other side was just really great. On the flip side, in a rout, one team is great. It's always one team is great, the other team is bad. But in a choke, a team must be both. They must be incredibly great to set up the choke, and then must be incredibly bad such that their greatness is overshadowed. I think that is true. That is true range. That is true dramatic.
That takes talent.
That takes talent. That takes scope. That takes depth. That takes a truly legendary amount of skill. I think that yes, a choke is bad, but we should hold it as one of the great athletic feats.
Yeah, I mean.
Wow.
I feel like I will say my worst experience with chokes. It was 10,000 knocks. All right. It was a war of attrition. All right. 2022. No, 2020. Yeah, 2022. No, 21. Columbus Crew. As then center back Vito Wormhorse said, after the Columbus Crew lost 4-1 in Yankee Stadium. It's a nightmare right now. This team dropped so many points. I think we dropped the most points in the league that year. It was 25 points from winning positions. And they ended up with 37. It's you dropped 2/3 of your points in a season. And it literally it got so bad that it was the last game of the season. They needed to beat Orlando to make the playoffs, and they took a 1-goal lead, and I was like, they're choking us. And they choked it. It was 2-1. It was like clockwork. I think they choked a 2-0 lead in the 88th and 93rd minutes. So that was my war flashback experience, I would say.
I will never, ever, ever, ever be able to live down the FIFA Intercontinental Playoff for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. It's Peru versus Australia. And everyone's thinking, oh, Peru's CONMEBOL. Yeah, no, it's done. In fact, I was
thinking that, my friend.
No,
the entire country of Peru.
The entire country of Peru was thinking that. The entirety of South America was thinking that. And listen, man, I was watching hella videos on YouTube. And
picked Australia.
Everybody, that's nuts. You're out of your mind.
Okay, well, this was 2018 Peru.
This is Peru that beat Colombia on the road. This is this is not current Peru.
No,
well,
22.
It is now Peru. They're just so much older now.
It's 22. 4 years old.
What about the Socceroos?
No.
Well, okay, the Socceroos were also pretty washed. They had what?
It was
washed up.
Aaron Mui, I think, was still playing. Cahill was gone by then, long gone. It was every single World Cup prediction that I was looking at, because I was avidly consuming this content, and it was all predicting that the France, Denmark, Peru group was going to be brutal. Also because France, Denmark, and Peru were in a group together in Russia 2018. And I'll have you know that France's closest game was against Peru, 1-0. Pedro Aquino hit the crossbar, would have tied it. But anyways, not that I'm salty or anything. Yeah, no, Peru was heavily favored. I believe Peru was ranked easily in the top 20 in the FIFA World Rankings. And we did hit 10 at one point, but not that it matters. Yeah, no, we were actually good. Upset Colombia on the road to make it there. And the thing is, this was not 2018 Peru was peak Peru, peak, just magic.
Those are my boys.
Right. 2022, exactly. 2022 Peru was how are they doing this? Because it was the same team, just older and quite frankly, not as talented, right? Paulo Guerrero was a non-factor. He's our leading goal scorer of all time. He was just too old at that point. And we just pulled off result after result just out of nowhere, especially the Colombia game. The Colombia game was in Barranquilla, which if you don't know, it's sweltering heat, 95, 100 degrees. Can you do it on a sweltering day in Barranquilla? And Peru said, yes. Edison Flores, all right? DC United, shout out. He enters the game. He's been injured for like a year. Bro pulls up, gets the ball, dribbles past Cueva, I should say. Cueva sends in a long ball, gets it to Flores. He scores a goal. Peru had 0 chances the whole game. Colombia was like knocking on the door the whole game. He scores. Peru wins 1-0. Colombia out of the World Cup. And this is like peak James, like, it was insanity. And so we're thinking, oh, we beat Colombia. Like, we're playing Argentina and Brazil. Like, Australia, like, guys, come on. Terrible mentality. Never do that. Uruguay did the same thing in 2006. Look where it got them. They lost to Australia. And so we go into the World Cup not into the World Cup playoff. Christian Cueva brings his ceviche chef on the plane. Everyone brings in like family members, like the Federation officials, who, by the way, are like some of the worst criminals Peru's ever had. Like, our soccer federation is like genuinely like some of the like gnarliest, like, there's like murderers in there. I'm not like joke, but anyways, they all come in, they bring their families. It's all, whatever. We're gonna charter a plane. We're gonna play a friendly against New Zealand in Barcelona, we beat them, whatever. And we go into Qatar. Australia, meanwhile, is in a dogfight against the UAE. A knockout game. They beat the UAE. And we show up to the game, and it's genuinely like they forgot how to play. And we still tie 0-0. But they we were like, it was like, I'm watching the game, and I'm just like realizing, like, we're cooked. We're so cooked. We're like, it's over. Like,
it's living demons, man.
It's so over. And we still tie 0-0 because Australia is washed. But like, it's like, it's so over. It's genuinely, Gareca was our coach, legendary coach. In his 7-year tenure, I will defend this till the day I die. In his 7-year tenure, we lost games 4-0 in his 7-year tenure. This was the worst game we played. Easily the worst game we played, just from like a tactical perspective. And sure enough, it goes to penalties, and Andrew Redmayne. Those who know, he enters the game only for.
Wish they could forget.
He enters the game only for penalties, just for the pens. And, the stadium, it's about, 15,000 Peruvians and maybe like a couple thousand Australians. 15,000 Peruvians who flew all the way to Qatar for this one game. So it's mostly Peruvians in the stadium. And this guy, he genuinely gets to the penalty line, and he just goes like, nah. He's jumping around, he's dancing, all right? On the Peruvian broadcast, they're calling him a clown, right? Because he's genuinely just jumping up and down and going like this, And so Miguel Trauco, Luis Advíncula, they're going up to kick their penalties, and they're like, what is bro doing? And so they missed their penalties. Or no, Trauco didn't miss, but Advíncula missed.
He didn't score.
Advíncula hit the post.
Which is there.
No, he didn't score. He hit the post. Because Redmayne was going like this. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was genuinely the entire nation of Peru is on its knees. And Redmayne is just going and sure enough, we lose the penalty shootout. And I just remember, I'm wearing my Peru jersey, my hat, my jacket, my scarf, everything. And I was past the point where I would just cry when sports games don't go my way, because that was a big problem when I was a child. I was past that point, but I just sat down on the floor of the living room, and I just sat there. I was also past the point where I would rage, turn off the TV and throw the remote.
It was like what was it, Stephon Diggs?
It was like Stephon Diggs, Kansas City. I just sat down there for probably half an hour. Right, and the game had ended. It was a different show now. But I wasn't paying attention. And I was home alone, actually. I don't know why. Nobody was home with me. I was on the phone with my dad though. I just sat down on the floor for half an hour, and didn't really do much of anything. And since then, the Peruvian national team has done absolutely nothing. Peru finished 9th in CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers this last go around. There's absolutely no hope for the future. All of our best players are over 40.
Basco Soya.
Shout out Basco Soya. My former the classmate that's now playing for the national team. But I beat him in the school marathon in 6th grade, by the way. But
2-hour discussion about this in friends one night.
no, like yeah, like
marathon in 6th grade.
no, we called it the school marathon. It was like a few kilometers.
Okay.
Please, I want to leave here today.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just.
No, I'm
Oh.
not gonna
The lights are turning on.
I know. It's after dark. It is after.
This is what you signed up for. Okay?
But yeah, no, it like
Papers.
Peru has not recovered since because the problem is you get $10 million. It's probably more now. You get $10 million for making the World Cup, right? So we got that money from qualifying to Russia, first time in 36 years. Absolutely squandered it. And then we were like, it's fine. We'll get the money from Qatar. Did not get the money from Qatar. Didn't have enough money to pay Gareca. Gareca left. Since then, we've had 3 coaches, each of them worse than the next. We've descended into just like national team hell, and we're just back in the dark ages. Like we're back to like the 1990s where it's like we're just gonna finish last or second to last, and like
Finish higher than Chile, though.
finish higher than Chile. Important point. But yeah, we're back to the point where it's like there's no money, there's no players, and the players that are there are squandered because there's like no development. Like yeah. The high of 2018 Russia was completely just thrown down the garbage hole. And yeah, we're back in World Cup purgatory. And we have Bolivia playing against Iraq instead of us. So
Well, I think maybe in the interest
of time.
in the interest of maybe not having sports voice in the morning, maybe I hate to cut short, but I think maybe we can commiserate on another topic, which is in basketball. Pierson, if you would like to talk about
Of course.
our tourist carnival
Yes.
and the Bulls.
But first, I have 2 things to say.
Okay.
1, the Cubs are 6-6
Mm.
right now.
Mm.
They're at 500.
Mm.
There are 4 teams in the NL Central who have a better record than them, which means they're all above 500. There are more teams in the NL Central that are above 500 than the entire American League. That's just the thing. This is not my deep dive. I just want to
Okay. Noted.
That's bad.
Let the record state. Let the record state.
Second, I mentioned how Sweden won 3rd place in men's in 1994. They won 3rd place in the Women's World Cup in 2023 and got revenge
This is true.
for Tomas by beating Australia.
Beat the U.S. as well.
They did,
This is true.
but
Very
they beat
salty about
Australia,
that one.
so
Me too, man.
that does matter. Which is important. I just want to say. So those 2 things were things I was thinking about throughout the whole time. But yeah, Arturas Carnicelos. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I might tap out after this deep dive.
I think
I have things that potentially might be due, and also it seems like Tomas's phone might die.
yeah. I was about to say I don't think we're gonna make like.
So this might be it.
I think we're gonna save the game for a future Svad.
I think so.
I think that's fair.
That's fair.
I think we'll end off on this deep dive.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, you can see I have up here a list. You can't really see it that well. I don't think I can. It doesn't matter. All I know is that for all of you, I have a list of all of Acme's failures. Acme
A list of grievances.
stands for Arturas Carnicelos and Mark Eversley. 2 guys who just got fired, and I will say the other day when I don't remember what day it was now. It's such a fever dream. But when Shams, by the way, is from Skokie.
New Trier.
Went to New Trier.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's a local guy. He went to Loyola University, Chicago.
No Ramblers.
Yeah.
No.
Boo! Better than Day. So much better than
Flyers all the way.
Oh,
baby.
come on.
Flyers all the way.
Final 4 run in 2018.
He's not doing that.
Well, I guess they never had the opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sore
Yeah,
sign.
okay.
Obi Toppin.
It's
Obi
okay,
Toppin.
it's okay. I'm a Hofstra Pride fan, right? Yeah, so-
Wow. Anyway, that's not the point.
So, Arturas Carnicelos genuinely before he got fired was the worst.
That was so
Hit,
bad.
just both of them. This is the parent. It is hard for me to distinguish between Arturas Carnicelos and Mark Eversley.
Yeah, they got hired together.
Respect to you guys because they got the safest job in sports, and they could have kept it for 10 more years. And what it took was Jaden Ivey
Yeah. It did. It did take
Talking
Jaden
a
Ivey.
little bit about his
Yeah.
perceptions
Oh,
of the Bible.
yeah.
It's biblical.
That is a Medill trained answer. Right
That
there.
is, yeah.
I do not
That was too radical.
I do not want to talk about
was
Jaden
bad.
Ivey, but I will say Jaden Ivey is sort of a hero in a way, because while I do,
We're gonna make some.
We're gonna clip that. We're gonna clip
make some
that.
Svad quote graphics, and that's gonna be like
never
first
get a
line.
job.
here's the thing.
Blackmail.
I can count everything he said, but by him saying that, he's the direct reason why they fired Arturas Karasevas and Mark Eversley. So for that, I thank him. I guess I wish Arturas Karasevas and Mark Eversley the best. I mean, they made a ton of money. I think they'll be okay with their millions. Similarly, it's the same thing with Nico Harris. I don't really feel that bad
Yeah.
for him either.
Yeah, I
I mean,
know.
all these guys have a lot of money. They'll be fine. And also, AK can say he was the one who drafted Jokic. Good for him. Although he left and then they won a championship. Maybe that's a sign of what, but besides the point. The first failure with Acme started with the 2021 NBA draft. If you remember, that was the one with LaMelo Ball, among others. It was one where a certain someone named Tyrese Halliburton was begging the Bulls to draft him. If you remember, Tyrese Halliburton played for Iowa State.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No, not the 2019 draft.
A lot.
Sorry, I'm a cat set up.
Oh, right, I forgot. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Either way.
And then he got sent to the Gulag, aka Sacramento. And I have been to Sacramento.
I have too.
I have been to Sacramento.
I was there actually for.
They took my A's. Well, I guess Vegas did, but it's
Yeah. Well, I will say I've been to Cedar Health Park for the first ever game there in Sacramento,
Wow.
and I saw Carson Kelly hit a cycle for the Cubs. There's always things like this. If you notice the whole time, everything you talked about. Set a connection. Oh, you need to get the trash.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Svad janitors.
Yeah.
Shout
We're
out.
so late. We're here.
Shout out.
Janitors,
I
man.
don't have any trash. Yeah, thank you.
Shout out.
I don't know.
Shout out to the janitor.
Oh, it's not.
Come on.
I don't know.
I thought that was the guy that worked at France for a second.
All I know, I'm sorry. I even misrepresented this because I'm pretty sure this must have been the 2020 NBA draft.
Yeah, 2020. I was looking that up too.
What
Yeah.
did you get Patrick Williams?
2020.
Okay.
This is what we're talking about. This is number one. Right. This is like that clip of Matthew McConaughey. Right. Here's the thing. Tyrese Halliburton was right there. Right. And he was begging them. Iowa fans, Iowa State fans are known for being Bulls fans because there's not a professional team in Iowa. Everyone wants Tyrese Halliburton. All these writers are writing about it.
Apparently, might be the new destination for Trey Singleton. He's visiting Iowa State.
There you
Hey,
go.
I just want to say, as a Warriors fan, I'm right here banging the Merc. I'm right here with you, man.
Yeah. And I will say, I mean, I've also been to Iowa State games.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and he's been everywhere.
University of Chicago.
Me too, man.
Guys,
I'm
I've been to
sorry.
Northwestern.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hey.
But it is cool. It is cool that like this episode has been themed around places I've been. Although I haven't been to like all the places Ben was talking about, but that's okay. I'll have to. Those are bucket lists now.
Vladivostok is gonna.
Gotta go to the MPSF field hockey championship game.
Here's the thing about Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams did not start at Florida State. He didn't. He was the sixth man.
I know. He was the
College
ACC,
conference.
yeah, sixth man.
He did not start.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, he
So
was-
first of all, they drafted him fourth overall, right? Over Tyrese Halliburton, and I get that Killian Hayes was drafted fifth. So technically, if it is possible, they could have made an even worse choice with Killian Hayes. No offense to Killian Hayes, but at the end of the day, the Bulls needed a guard. This was again before they signed Lonzo. This was before all of that, right? Instead, they dropped Patrick Williams for no reason. Because they said he was a project. They said he was going to be.
He was the next Kawhi
He was the
Leonard.
next Kawhi, the claw, he's the paw, right?
Yeah.
And
I remember this well.
a pretty tough to me. Also, another thing about Patrick Williams, he's literally 24. He's so young.
Yeah, because he was a freshman.
Yeah, okay.
He was 19.
I don't know what to say. All I know is, first of all, Patrick Williams made the all-rookie second team. Fun fact.
Yeah, he's also on a 5-year, $90 million contract.
And that is the first. That is. So on my list right here, number one mistake drafting Patrick Williams. That was the number one mistake. I remember at the time I was sitting here. I was in my basement with my dad, And it was like, well, I guess it's not my basement. My dad's basement. Okay, we're just gonna.
We can't be.
Yes, fine. Either way, I remember watching this. I see LaMelo, I see all these people, and I see, oh, the Bulls drafted Patrick Williams? Who is
Who is
seen this from a mile away? Everyone could have. And then the second thing on my list of 16 things. I'll get through these quickly.
It's like Martin Luther, man.
Re-signing him for
my grievances with the Arturas Carniceva's papacy.
None of this is as bad as drafting Baker Mayfield in the draft with Josh Allen and Lamar.
Well, actually,
none of this is as bad as the Deshaun Watson contract.
Well, this is true. This is trade.
Please, Pierson, please.
James Wiseman
was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
But he didn't get paid.
That's
5 years for $94 million.
That's atrocious.
That is ridiculous. That is the worst current contract in the NBA. There's a reason why no one wants to trade for him. Because it's not even worth giving him a project. The Bulls can be like, we pay for the entire contract, you just have to take him. You still wouldn't do that if you're a GM of any of the other teams in the NBA. That is how bad this guy is.
There's no upside?
If you like KLT for a Q, can you beat Jim?
Bro, it's just the liabilities.
They did the show on House of Highlights, do a podcast. Statistically, this season, Patrick Williams, based on the minutes threshold, if it wasn't Patrick Williams, it'd be Joe Ingles, but Joe Ingles has not played enough minutes.
Yeah. Also, Ingles is like old. At least he's like done something. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he also is the reason why John Shire didn't have an NBA career. But that's again, this is low. But it's true though. It was on accident. It wasn't Joe Ingles' fault. But it was a freak accident. It was.
Jiggly Joe. Australian, by the way.
I saw. Oh, that's true. No. I saw a reel also of Joe Ingles getting cooked by the. It was the Wolves social media page. The Wolves social media. Oh no, it was in the stadium. They made memes for all the players. Joe Ingles' me was so bad. I feel so bad for Joe Ingles. Watch this reel. You can look this up. You look up Joe Ingles' me. They did guess the memes. All the players,
Oh, I think I saw this.
Yeah, Joe Ingles' me was so cooked. I feel so bad for Joe Ingles. So,
I do remember this.
So this just happened. So I don't know. But either way. Statistically this season, for players who met a threshold of playing, so players in rotation, Patrick Williams statistically is the worst player in the NBA. In terms of the value he brings to the Bulls, in terms of, I'm not talking about specific stats. I'm not nitpicking on plus minus, not nitpicking on efficiency, anything like that. But statistically, if you average the amount of minutes he gets to the amount of money he gets paid, so basically the amount per dollar,
like value,
his value per dollar is the lowest in the entire league. So that means theoretically he has the worst contract in the NBA right now. Very bad. Third thing I have on here, Larry Marketing, NBA All-Star.
Yeah, with the Jazz.
Daniel Gafford, a player who was on. He's good. He was on that Luka.
He was on the Bulls.
He was on the Bulls. He was drafted by the Bulls in the second round.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Gafford was tough. He always was tough.
And they traded him for neither of them. They both got
bag of chips
nothing.
for a bag of chips.
What did he
For nothing, like a second or something, or like
we love second round picks. We love second round. Bro, Thagic. What you know about Thagic?
I do love Thagic. There's also like very niche stat. I think it's like him. Like it's like some stat where it's like.
Bro, what you know about Marko Simonovic, bro? What you know?
Walter Lane Jr., Paul Zipser. I don't even know. Anyway,
Paul Zipser is
he's low key a dog. He's low key a dog.
2016, man, what a time to be alive. But yeah, so Lowry and Gafford for, as I put it here, relative garbage. No offense. Hopefully this stays alive, but this is wonderful. Fourth, right? Well, Josh Giddey is great. He's all-star caliber.
Yeah.
He's been cleared of his allegations.
Okay. I was gonna say
Right. It wasn't his fault. Here's the thing.
You're getting.
We're not getting into Josh Giddey. This is not about Josh Giddey. We're not doing a deep dive into Josh Giddey. No one wants to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
The NBA did.
I do not want to talk about that. If we want to talk about anyone, let's talk.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Keep going.
Hey!
We can talk about Jonte Porter or something. I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't know. Anyway,
I would have bet on that.
here's the thing. Josh Giddey, I get that Josh Giddey is good now, but at the time when they traded Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey,
oh no, that was nuts.
Listen, I get it was a good trade for the Thunder. It was a good trade for both teams in the end of the day, but consider that Alex Caruso is probably one of the most valuable bench pieces at the time.
The Caruso,
right? Giddey's value is at an all-time low. Think about the context of when he got traded. It was right after all these allegations happened. He had just gotten cleared. You could have at least gotten a pick. You know, AK loves second round picks. You could have gotten at least one pick with Josh Giddey. You don't. That's the fourth thing. The fifth thing. Drafting Dalen Terry over Christian Braun and Walker Kessler.
Yeah.
That's another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's another bad draft. So these are like two bad drafts. No offense to Dalen Terry, whatever. He's gone now. He's not even on the Bulls, so I don't have to defend him. 6. The Nikola Vucevic trade, which, you know, you can argue, had Lonzo not gotten injured, they were the best team in the league with
Lonzo and Caruso.
I think if
Both of
Lonzo
them.
didn't get injured, like in general, the Bulls would have been in a whole.
So low-key, Lonzo is the reason for all these failures, I guess.
DeBalzac.
Number one failure is like not like fixing Lonzo.
R.I.P. DeBalzac.
Yeah, DeBalzac tough.
Dude, what was it
Those
like
two-
when
those-
DeMar hit those like
Dude,
back to back?
DeMarvelous DeRozan. It was actually magical.
I remember like I was saying like this is the best Bulls team I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that didn't work out. But yeah, the Vuce trade also a mistake. For other reasons, you know, they could have used, and also the pick they traded Vuce away for. That's Franz Wagner. Could have also had Franz Wagner. So you could have Lowry, could have Franz Wagner, Daniel Gafford.
So basically, like the Magic. I know Vucevic wasn't the Magic at that point, but
like these guys could have helped the current Bulls, right? On top of that, they added a third year to Vucevic's deal for no reason. They extended him on top of his extension for no reason.
Even after
Which
DeMar
meant
and
that in
Zach.
last year's trade deadline, they couldn't get anything for him because he wasn't on an expiring contract.
Yeah.
So when they traded him this year, they got pretty much nothing. I mean, Anthony Simon's fine, whatever. But you know,
Anthony Simons.
it's fine. He's fine. But they could have gotten so much more. The recurring theme to this is that AK is such a terrible draft. He drafted Jokic, and it's as if he thinks he just kept trying to find the next Jokic, and he kept striking out. And the other part of that is just that no logic. Trade these guys early. If you trade Caruso earlier, you could have gotten picks. You could have gotten picks for Drummond. You could have gotten picks for Vucevic. So you get nothing. Also, signed Javon Carter to a 3-year deal. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, I mean, they held on to Levine too long as well. DeRozan too long as well.
Both,
Kobe White too long as well.
Yeah.
Ayo Dosunmu as well. I mean, I get it. Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller do look pretty tough. So maybe not too bad. But I'll give him credit for that, I guess.
can the Bulls even develop? I mean, like it seems like they're not able to develop. Like Kobe White.
I don't know. But also it's because of how they play. But again, we're at 10 now. We're almost there.
The grievances.
10? Not moving Lonzo Ball for first in last year's deadline.
Why did we do
Every
that?
single outlet that I don't even know who it was, but someone's offering a first-round pick for Lonzo Ball. Instead, in the offseason, they get Isaac Okoro. You know, no disrespect to Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro has a signature shoe, so good for him, I guess.
He does.
Yeah, look it up.
Well, the Bulls just hate. The Bulls are allergic to first-round picks.
Yeah, they're allergic.
Like genuinely.
Just think about Levine, Caruso, DeRozan, Kobe, Ayo, Lonzo, Vucevic. That's like 7 first-round picks potentially. Think about what the Thunder have right now. I don't even know.
Sam Presti. Yeah.
They could have. Oh, and also that's the other thing. You know who the 2 candidates were when they fired Garpax? You know who it was? It was Arturas Karnisovas and Sam Presti. Those were their 2 options. I also remember this at the time. Sam Presti said he wanted to come to the Bulls. They hired AK over him.
Oh God.
That's another thing. That's what people. This isn't on my 16 thing. I just remember this right now that you brought that up. They could have had Sam Presti. Sam Presti has just won a championship with a team that no one ever thought would win.
Well, he has like an embarrassment of riches. Yeah.
So yeah, that's another thing.
Oklahoma City.
We're almost done. 11. They played both Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White on the Tuesday before the trade deadline. Notably, Kobe White got injured, and so they lost a second-round pick for him. They also lost one of the second-round picks they got in the Ayo trade, because both of them came to their new teams with, like, strains. Why would you do that? It's stupid. Dumb. Like, I just... Okay, but, like, 12. We're 12. When they traded for Nikola Vucevic, they also traded for Al-Farouq Aminu.
Yeah.
And took a
giant contract.
It was the terrible contract. They took it for no reason.
That was the 2016 cut. Yeah.
Which then forced them to include Thaddeus Young in the DeRozan trade. And the problem with that is that the Spurs flipped Thaddeus Young for a first-round pick that ended up being Stephon Castle. So here's what I'm saying.
Who traded Thad Young for a first-rounder?
I don't know. I don't even know.
You can get a first-rounder for anyone, bro.
All I'm saying is just consider all these webs of things. Consider that the Bulls right now. You could have had Lowry. You could have had Stephon Castle. You could have had Franz Wagner.
Everyone. You could have been the Oklahoma City Thunder, basically.
You basically could have been the Thunder. You still have Josh Giddey.
You could have had Stan Presti.
Like, bro, the Minnesota Timberwolves traded 4 first-rounders for Rudy Gobert. And you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that you couldn't get one? You couldn't get one for a combination of DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Alex Caruso. You couldn't get one.
Io Drummond.
You couldn't get one.
All these guys. 13. The New Orleans Pelicans offered the Bulls
Zion.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was one of the options. That was one of the so last year in the draft, right? So first things first. You know, Derek Queen has been hit or miss this season, but he still is better than Noah Sega. Because Noah Sega has been injured all season.
On Sports Voice. I went on Sports Voice. Or no, it wasn't Sports Voice. It was Charlie's show. It was on the clock. I went on the clock with Charlie Jacobs before the NBA draft, and I said the Chicago Bulls need to draft Derek Queen.
I said this.
Okay.
It's the same situation as Halliburton. Derek Queen wanted to come here. All the writers are saying the same thing. Instead, they draft Noah Sega. Again, a project that they said, oh, he could be the next Wemby. They learned the problem. That's not gonna happen. You know what Noah Sega is known for?
Like 5 minutes.
He's known for in the summer league getting dunked on by John Furphy. I think is his name. For the Pacers. He let this like white guard dunk on him. No offense to that white guy. But all I'm saying is that is atrocious. That is the only thing he's done in the league. And then he's saying happy birthday to Vucevic or something.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we saw him do. Right? Again, maybe he could be good. But as of right now, that's bad for 2 reasons. One, they could have drafted Derek Queen, but maybe, that wouldn't work. I don't know how Derek Queen is. I mean, Jeremiah Fears has been the better pick, of course, for the Pelicans. But the Pelicans offered multiple different trade packages for that pick to trade up to draft Derek Queen, which instead, they didn't draft Derek Queen, so then they just got him for free. If you knew you weren't going to draft Derek Queen, why not take those picks that they were offering? They're offering their first this year, their first next year, potentially involving a package of Zion. For Derek Queen.
Yeah.
Zion also, I think that Zion wouldn't have been included. I think it would have been...
I didn't want Zion. I didn't want to see Zion.
It probably would have been 2 first. But still. You could have gotten an extra first for free for a team that right now is worse than the Bulls, which is a lottery pick. Right?
Yeah.
Also, I really pray that the Portland Trailblazers make the playoffs. If they do, then the Bulls...
Yes.
But...
Yes, please.
That's terrible. Please. That's terrible. We're almost done, guys. I'm sorry. And we're getting to
Louis Karnashovas is not a legendary.
We're gonna be
not legendary.
We're gonna be spam after this. Sports Voice after midnight.
Not a legendary. He wasn't the GM. He was the VP.
Here's the next
basketball operation.
Peter Patton. Does anyone know who Peter Patton is?
No.
Peter Patton was their shooting coach. You know, when you play 2K and you have like a shooting guru as a part of the squad. That's who he was. Right. In 2025, Peter Patton. Right. They fired him for no reason. It wasn't that he was asking for more money. It wasn't that Billy Donovan didn't like him. It was just they said, we could save like the $100,000 we're spending on this guy.
But we could pay for Al Farouk.
We could play $90 million to Patrick.
$90 million and $100,000. $90.1 million.
And it was reported across the board that the whole Bulls team was pissed off by this. It ruined their morale. It ruined... they were originally not in playing position. They ended up falling to playing position. I'm not saying that's directly associated, right? But this is a guy. He's the next shooting coach right now. And think about this. This guy went to DePaul. He went to Loyola Academy.
I've been there.
You went to Loyola Academy?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And playing the NBA. Like he's a Chicago guy.
Yeah.
And you get rid of him for nothing. He's a shooting coach on the Timberwolves. Butler, he's a shooting coach on the Mavs team. Right. He was the guy who taught Luka how to shoot.
Like a wizard, wow.
He's the guy who taught Luka how to shoot. He's the Bulls player development coach. They got him for nothing. Now he's on the Knicks right now, helping all those guys shoot as well. Very dumb. I don't know why they did that. 15.
Wow.
This one hurts the most, honestly. Or this doesn't hurt the most, but it just kind of sucks. They cut Max Strus for nothing.
Yeah.
For no reason. They had Max Strus.
Strus is loose.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then finally, the 16th one I have, among other players, and you mentioned this at the start of it about how why didn't they develop Kobe White properly? Well, the reason why they didn't develop Kobe White properly is because instead they signed Goran Dragic, washed, Patrick Beverley, washed, and Javon Carter, washed to start instead of Kobe White.
I remember the Goran years.
So the Goran, Pat Bev, and Javon Carter.
Low-key, is that equivalent to D-Wade?
See, that's the thing. No, those D-Wade Bulls were tough, man. Those D-Wade Bulls were tough.
For like a year.
Yeah.
That was a tough year. I was there. I saw Isaiah Thomas drop like 50.
That was because Rondo got hurt. Because if Rondo doesn't get hurt, If Rondo doesn't get hurt,
What is it with their guards getting hurt, man?
if Rajon Rondo does not break his fingers in the first round of the 2017 Eastern Conference playoffs against the Boston Celtics, they were up 2-0 as the 8th seed. We beat Boston twice in Boston.
Yeah, but you guys would have getting smoked by the Cavs. So
No. Rajon Rondo.
D-Wade's smoking, bro.
LeBron, I think LeBron would be down. LeBron,
The 2018
LeBron
Cavs.
does not lose to Eastern
He
Conference.
loses
LeBron
to
does.
D-Wade.
That way, Loki, right?
You want to sell
The voices are getting louder. The voices are getting more radical.
high cortisol Bulls fan. Low
And he
cortisol.
said they're not beating the Warriors, dog.
No, dude. 2017.
2016, 17.
It was 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not beating the
Yeah,
20.
you're not.
KD.
No, 2016, 17.
Only one team.
There's
Okay,
Dude,
so
dude.
79 Warriors, even better.
No, easy. Because, okay, so the Bulls would have obviously swept the Celtics, and then it was the Wizards in the second
Okay,
round.
that's
Easy.
win.
Yeah.
All right? Cleveland in the conference finals, like, easy. And then the Golden State fraudulent Warriors. Steve Kerr.
Okay, first of all,
Steve
first of
Kerr
all,
is a Chicago Bull at heart.
Dress.
Okay.
Dress me.
Honestly, when Steve Kerr's coaching, you buy them.
Ghost of Michael Jordan. All right? LeBron cannot handle the aura.
No team has ever come back from 4-2 down.
Anyways, sorry. Those 2017 Bulls,
I will say, among my prized positions in terms of the random like sports memorabilia I've collected, I haven't really paid a dime for most of it. I've been just kind of like just acquired it. I have a ball signed by the 2016-17 Bulls, so I have Butler and Rondo. And
the 2017 Bulls.
D-Wade.
That was the final version of that team before everyone got shipped
People
out.
forgot Jimmy Buckets on that team too. And
He
you
was
know
on
that
that
Jimmy
team.
Buckets is good at getting 8 seeds to the NBA.
That was honestly that Bulls team.
It's tough. People forget about that. This is a lost part of history. It's too bad. But it's all because of AK.
It's before it, kid. This is way before. This is still Garpax.
All of you guys' guards get injured. Rose. Then is Rondo. Then is Lonzo. Like that's really sad.
Anyway, though, and then now we're topping it off with the fact that while I do actually like Billy Donovan, I do not blame Billy Donovan for the problems. I think he's been handed a terrible card by Acme.
He doesn't have the cards.
It is very interesting to see that it seems like the Bulls are going to say you can't be our GM
Unless you mess with Billy.
Which
Weird.
is not inherently bad because I think Billy could still succeed in the NBA. I think he would succeed in the college. Obviously, he's a Hall of Famer for winning 2 national championships.
Of course.
But end of the day, it's common knowledge. You get a new front office, you get a new head coach.
Yeah.
They're not doing that, so I would consider that maybe the honorable mention of the remnants of AK. Because they hired...
The ghost of AK
They hired
back
him
in
and
the
he's still
future.
there. A little bit. But either way, I guess all that goes to say,
AK shot up the team.
they're still good. I mean, this doesn't really change anything. It just makes me feel like slightly more confident that they won't mess up this draft. I mean, like it seems like as of right now, they like might get Jaxel, they might get
Nick
Stakoff.
Martinelli.
Those guys are all there. They're right in range for those guys. Those guys are pretty tough, if I do say so myself. But end of the day, more likely than not, if Acme was drafting, they would have drafted Nick Martinelli as a lottery pick. So
And that would have been so beautiful.
it would have been great.
Would have been
And
magical.
then it would have cleared out all 16 grievances.
Would have been
right then and there.
magical. Would have been magical.
But yeah, that's
Well-
pretty much all I have.
And then Gus Hurlburt in the second round.
Yeah. Joe Hurlburt, undrafted. But yeah.
Wow.
We can only look forward as the members of Svad to the Chicago Bulls reformation following these 16 grievances.
hope
I have
so.
been here for 2 and 45 minutes,
Same.
bro.
Yeah.
I hope
yeah.
so.
This was truly
It was radical.
Sports Voice After Dark. This was
After dark.
truly
It's almost
radical.
midnight.
One of the podcasts of all time.
Wow. Wow.
Inaugural episode of the new administration.
How
Don't
long
we
are
just-
we?
We're
An hour 45.
an hour 15.
50.
Is this the longest WNUR
No.
podcast of all time?
No. Well, I mean, define
Well,
podcast.
no, it's not.
Because definitely not. But even then, like Freshman Palooza
No, but
ran for like.
Okay, but that's like an intentional
Oh,
thing,
First
right?
sports-a-thon, right?
They've
Not
done
sports,
long. They said they did longer for like they did some crazy stuff on the pre-us
Oh.
spats.
Okay. Yeah.
Sad.
Well,
we have a whole year.
This is our starting.
This is
point.
the starting.
This is the bar.
base.
This is the baseline.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is like in my
Things don't go
I don't know if you're gonna get these 3 quality guests.
This is
It's gonna be
well.
hard.
Okay.
The ain't no rule says a dog can't prefer Svad twice. So let's just say I started a little running list
next
like
time, 'cause I know how long this is gonna take.
around an hour 35 in. I topics discussed on Svad today. Joe Ingles is me. Far Eastern Vladivostok. I don't know what is it. What was it called?
Far Eastern Federal University.
Federal University of Vladivostok. The Florida State campus in Panama City, Panama,
And Florida.
And Panama City, Florida.
Panama City, Florida. The Parramatta Eels of Australia. Nuke's new stadium in Greenland, which will be patronized, obviously, by Northwestern. Martin Luther and his Reformation. Jaden Ivey, Josh Giddey.
The Monroe Doctrine.
The Monroe Doctrine, of course.
My Asian LC paper that was due at 11.
UC Davis versus Delaware.
UC Davis, Delaware, and what?
The Bosnian coastline.
Men's, field hockey.
Field hockey. The Bosnian,
Coastline,
yeah, the Bosnian coastline.
Chicago State football.
Chicago.
So shout out.
Pierson being everywhere and anywhere at Aruba.
Aruba.
Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take.
So. I shall close this episode, this first episode.
Want to start us off?
With a sermon. The closing. We will close every episode.
Every time.
With this piece of literature. That shall govern this show at least as long as our tenure runs. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
The wise men at their end know dark is right. Because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night.
Good men the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way, do not go gentle into that good night.
Brave men near death, who see with blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
We shall see you in 2 Wednesdays for another episode of Sports Voice After Dark.
And do not go gentle into that good Svad.
Rage, rage against the dying of the rat.
Wow.